Welcome to The Explainer. We are about to connect 30 billion devices to the internet, which is, well, it's absolute chaos. And the only way to manage it is with a totally new kind of intelligence. Today, we're going to dive into the AI mandate that is completely reshaping the future of telecommunications.
So let's just start with a number that kind of sets the stage for everything. By 2025, our world is going to be powered by over 30 billion connected devices. And look, we're not just talking about phones here. We're talking sensors, cars, smart everything, all demanding flawless, constant connectivity. The scale is just staggering.
And that explosion in connectivity, it's pushed the old way of doing things, manual network management, to its absolute breaking point. It's created what you could call a genuine complexity crisis. Because, let's be honest, it's just not possible for humans to keep up anymore.
So how does the industry even begin to solve this? Well, the answer is you have to build an entirely new foundation, one that moves away from all that manual control and really embraces the idea of autonomous networks.
The TM Forum is really leading the charge on this, with a framework for what they call autonomous networks, or AN for short. The goal here is pretty simple but honestly revolutionary: create self-governing networks that can basically run themselves. This frees up human operators to focus on the big picture strategy stuff.
Now, you can't just flip a switch and become autonomous. It doesn't work like that. The industry has actually mapped out the entire journey. These autonomous network levels give us a 5-step maturity scale. It's a clear, standardized roadmap for operators to evolve from level 0, total manual control, all the way up to a level 5, fully self-driving network.
And this whole transformation happens inside a standardized blueprint called the Open Digital Architecture, or ODA. Probably the easiest way to think of it is as the operating system for the entire telecom business. And the key thing is, it's designed from the ground up for AI-powered zero-touch automation.
But here's the thing, deploying powerful AI isn't enough. You can't just unleash it into the wild. You have to govern it. So let's look at how the TM Forum is making sure this intelligence gets rolled out responsibly and safely, especially when you're talking about this kind of massive scale.
So this whole idea of governance is built on 3 really common sense but powerful principles. First, any AI has to be effective. It has to actually do its job, right? Second, it's got to be safe, which means it's predictable and you can control it. And finally, it has to be proportionate. It needs to solve the problem without creating even bigger ones somewhere else.
And this chart illustrates something so important. AI success is not just about writing code. The AI maturity model shows that technology is really only 1/6 of the entire puzzle. To be truly ready, you need a holistic approach. You need the right strategy, the right culture, the right people, and the right data practices. It's a whole organizational shift.
And this is such a key insight. An organization has to mature on 2 fronts at the same time. You've got to balance your technical readiness with your organizational readiness. Think about it. You just can't have a level 4 autonomous network if your company's data governance is stuck back at level 1. It just won't work.
Okay, so we've got the foundation in place. We've got the rules for governance. And now, the vision gets even more ambitious. We're moving beyond simple automation and into a future that is truly intelligent.
As Guy Lupo from the TM Forum puts it, the goal isn't just automation. That's just about performing pre-programmed tasks. The real goal is automation. And what that means is creating a living system that actually learns, adapts, and evolves all on its own.
And the way you get there is through something called agentic AI. Now, instead of just following a bunch of rules, these are autonomous software agents that are given goals. They can then reason, they can collaborate with each other, and decide for themselves the best way to actually achieve those goals.
So how do these agents actually work? Well, functionally, they operate across 3 different layers. They have an interaction layer to communicate with people and other systems, a reasoning layer to think and make decisions, and then an execution layer to turn those decisions into action in the real world.
Now, to build this future, the TM Forum has kicked off 3 critical projects you can see here. The first is all about agentic security, making sure these agents can all talk to each other safely. The second is MODAS, which is about creating a kind of standardized app store for AI models so they can be managed. And the third, DPLM, is all about making sure the agents are working with high-quality, reliable data. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
So after all that technical stuff, why does all this standardization really matter? What's the payoff? Well, it's not just about cool technology. This translates directly into massive, measurable business value.
Get this, real-world pilot projects have already shown that this AI-driven approach can slash service downtime by up to 80%. That means a dramatically more reliable network for every single one of us.
And at the very same time, it can cut the day-to-day operational costs by as much as 50%. That's huge. It does that by getting rid of all of those repetitive manual tasks and just intelligently optimizing how resources are used.
And from a strategic perspective, all that responsible AI governance we talked about earlier, that's not just about checking boxes for compliance. It's projected to improve a company's bottom line earnings by up to 30%, simply by heading off major risks and building trust.
So when you see it all laid out like this, the financial argument just becomes undeniable, doesn't it? The shift from these high-cost, high-effort traditional operations to lean, intelligent AI-driven ones, it represents a fundamental, permanent improvement to the bottom line.
And all of this leaves us with one final, and I think crucial question. It's really no longer about whether to adopt AI in telecom. That ship has sailed. The real question now is about the depth of the transformation you're willing to embrace. Are you just automating the old way of doing things? Or are you building a truly autonomous, intelligent future?